What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we're hearing that there is a new push and calls for additional stimulus through Build Back Better. Now, in addition to that, today we're hearing that President Joe Biden very soon is going to be addressing the nation with everything going on. This is your Build Back Better and stimulus update. Now, first up, you guys, I've got some video footage for you from the New York City mayor, who is saying that they are managing their federal funds that they have received. However, they're saying that they will eventually run out, and they are calling upon Congress to pass that Build Back Better because they said now is the time to help get additional funding so that way they can get that city back on their feet, get more jobs, get more stimulus. Now, in addition to that, we're hearing that President Joe Biden, this just came out today, he is touting Build Back Better, going around letting everybody know that we need to pass this legislation. But what does that even mean right now? A lot of people are asking, saying, listen, Joe Manchin isn't on board. We haven't heard much about talks and negotiations taking place yet. It's still being promoted. Where does it stand? What is going on with it? We're going to get into the details of that in this video. And also, I'm going to give you the latest updates as to what's going on with Russia and Ukraine and the border crisis. And today, we're hearing that President Joe Biden will be addressing the nation with what's going on. So let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest, all the details and the video footage. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps out my channel a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you'd like to stay up to date, totally free to do so. You can come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and I'll keep you up to date on everything that's unfolding right now. And if you got any specific questions that you want me to answer, it's easy to get a hold of me. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram and shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. And also keep an eye out on the second channel for more content on personal finance on Steve Ram Finance. All right, so first up, let's take a look at the CNN live feeds of what's happening right now with Ukraine and Russia. And so this is the latest. This just came out 1 hour and 17 minutes ago, and it says U.S. President Biden will speak about Russia today. He's going to be giving a speech on this, letting us know the latest. It says the U.S. President Joe Biden, he will speak about the Ukrainian-Russian crisis at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, according to a release from the White House. He is expected to give an update on our continued efforts to pursue deterrence and diplomacy and Russia's buildup of military troops on the border of Ukraine, according to the release. Now, an hour and 22 minutes ago, Ukraine reported more than 50 ceasefire violations in the eastern part of the country. So yesterday morning, we had heard there was 29, one of which had hit a preschool. Now we're hearing it's almost doubled, up to 50 now. It says Ukrainian Defense Ministry reported Friday that as of 1700 local time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, there has been 52 violations of ceasefire recorded, and 42 of those used ammunition forbidden by the Minsk agreement. Now, the Russian-backed separatist regions have in turn accused Ukrainian forces of shelling resident areas under their control. Now, under the Minsk agreement, both sides must withdraw heavy weapons from their front lines. And on Thursday, Ukrainian armed forces and separatists controlling parts of eastern Ukraine reported renewed shelling in the Donbas region on Thursday, where the kindergarten was hit by a shell as well. So you guys, right now tensions are building. President is going to be addressing this today, and I'll be sure to let you know here on the channel. Now, in addition to that, we also heard from the New York City mayor, who said that right now they would like to see the Build Back Better bill passed, so that way there can be more stimulus provisions to aid cities around the nation, and they'll be able to distribute out these funds that they can use to help get jobs and help bolster their local economies. Let's take a look at what it was that he had to say.
Given that we haven't seen the full budget plan yet, can you tell us anything about whether or not you are planning to change the way that Mayor de Blasio allocated the $13 billion in federal aid that New York City is receiving from the way that he had planned to spend it, a lot of it on 3K and other big ticket items?
Well, the goal of the budget was to, as I stated in my speech, was to really go at the underlying reasons that we're seeing the institutional poverty and inequality in this city. And I take my hat off to former Speaker Corey Johnson and folks like Councilwoman Adams to put a pause on just the spending that took place. Remember, we're going to lose this stimulus that's from the federal government. We're not going to continue to have it. So we have to get it right in 2022 and lay the foundation for 23 and fiscal years 23 and 24. So we're going to examine the dollars we have remaining to spend and make sure that we're spending correctly. Would I have done some things differently? Yes. But we have to look at what's in front of us right now. But we want to invest in those long-term things. Pre-K was a success. It was the right thing to do. Drilling down in education is the right thing to do. Using our infrastructure dollars to build is the right thing to do. But we have to also attach to that a real job plan so we can hire locally. So we're examining how to best use the last of these stimulus dollars and then encouraging the feds. We got to get Build Back Better. That bill, we need it for the billions that can go into NYCHA. They're dealing with a $40 billion capital deficit. So we need to get as much help as we could possibly do. But I want to be clear on this. Regardless of the help we get, the buck stops with me. I have to take what we have, run an efficient city, and this city can run better than what we have witnessed.
So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, because I know I've heard a lot of people say, just get rid of Build Back Better. We don't really want it or need it. A lot of people are saying, listen, if it doesn't have direct payments to help out with stimulus checks, child tax credits, a lot of people are still asking for federal unemployment benefits. They're saying, we don't want it. Don't waste federal money and add more debt and inflation. Now, we are hearing, though, that they are modifying the Build Back Better bill so that way it doesn't add to debt. The president has been saying this, touting it, saying that it's going to combat inflation, and they're going to include provisions that are going to help stimulate the economy. Now, in addition to that, I've shared this with you several times here on the channel, we're hearing there's a leftover $800 billion from previous stimulus packages that they could use for whatever they feel like. And a lot of people are saying, more checks. That is enough for two $1,400 checks, a fourth and a fifth. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date. But right now, we're hearing that President Biden, today, he is still going around saying, Build Back Better is going to get done. And a lot of people are asking, what does that even mean? As the subtitle of this article says, as Biden travels the country urging support for his plan, there is no specific bill, and talks have evaporated. Now, the article says, to hear President Biden tell it, his Build Back Better plan is close to passing the Senate and delivering relief to Americans struggling with the cost of prescription drugs. He has talked this month on how he would cap childcare costs for many Americans and how utility companies are embracing its climate and energy initiatives. But it's not clear if such a plan even exists anymore, at least in any recognizable form. Behind the scenes, discussions between the White House and key senators on what was once a massive climate and social spending package have virtually evaporated. It's far from evident what, if any, version of Biden's once sweeping proposal could pass this year and what it would include. Would it be a climate plan, have prescription drug initiatives, or a healthcare bill? Well, according to Biden's description, it's got all of the above. Yet Biden has also conceded that the proposal will need to be broken up into chunks after talks collapsed last year. And that is very unlikely to include an extension of the child tax credit as well. First Lady Jill Biden recently acknowledged that the 2 years of tuition-free community college is no longer a part of it, a reality that congressional negotiators have understood for months. So you guys, they're asking here, what does all of this even mean? Now, we are hearing talks are taking place. We also heard that Joe Manchin has said that he wants them to fix some of the tax initiatives inside of the bill. So we will see. There has not been a whole lot of reporting on the progress of negotiations, but if any more comes out, I'll be sure to let you know. And a lot of people are saying, though, that we need to get Build Back Better passed, and it is likely going to get modified, renamed, but it is still going to be the 2021 Stimulus Reconciliation Bill. And we're hearing there's going to be a 2022 coming as well. We will see. I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. So again, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but that's the latest of everything going on. And as more unfolds, as we hear from the president, we get words of new stimulus checks, I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, totally free to do so. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. You can come join the Ram fam. If you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.